Heyo pioneers, the last few weeks have been absolutely transformative for me, and I wanted to just come out here and share a little bit with you. You see, over the last 2 weeks, there's been a shift that's come in terms of a recurrent thought, a question that has been on my mind and kind of driving me for years. One of the things you might know about me is that I've been a young leader who's excelled in a lot of things very quickly, and I've also been someone who really considers myself on the outside, an outsider of most things that I do. It's part of the reason why inclusion is such a big value for me, because I somehow learned how to thrive being on the outside. And to be honest, it wasn't that I learned how to be isolated and alone. I didn't learn that until the last year and a half. What came instead was that I learned how to be different and almost to put up a shield around just how different that I am. And been able to integrate that in a lot of different ways, but there was a question that kept coming to mind, almost a sentence really, that really drove a lot of what I did. It drove me to be the outsider. It drove me to see myself in that way, and it served me quite well up until this point. I'm going to share that question with you, or that sentence with you, but as I'm sharing it here, I would like to just pause and give you a chance to reflect for yourself. What's the question? What's the sentence? What's that recurrent thought that keeps coming up in your mind as you go out and pioneer in your own world, or what keeps you from pioneering? Because at the end of the day, this is not about me. I'll share my story, but I'm sharing it as a way for you to be able to reflect and think through for yourself. So for me, the statement that kept coming up, the sentence, is, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. And it has done wonders for me. It's allowed me to really be able to take a standpoint of saying I'm not supposed to be here, and thus, because I'm here, like, everything is a bonus. There's nothing I can do right, and there's nothing I can really do wrong. But it's also, on the other side of it, made me feel like in every room that I'm in, like, it's not really my room. I don't necessarily belong. Even while I'm achieving success in business, even while I've been achieving success in my corporate careers, like, I've still been an outsider. I've played it off pretty well, but I felt there was a gap. I'm not mad about that question. I'm not mad about being on the outside. It's allowed me to see the system very differently than others, and I can spend an entire video just talking about all the benefits of that one sentence. But what I'm really here to do is give you a chance to reflect on A, what is your own sentence or question that goes through your mind, and then B, share with you this new one that has recently come up. In the last 2 weeks, I got some time to spend at home, spent some time in Australia, celebrated my wife's birthday, and really just got a chance to see things from a different perspective. And there was one day, it was a Thursday, and during that Thursday I had 2 mastermind conversations where I was a part of the mastermind, and I got coached by my mentor twice in the same day. And essentially what ended up happening, it was almost like just back to back to back. What ended up happening afterwards was that I realized that I no longer needed to try to be who I was. And with that, a new question, a new sensation started coming up. And that thought there was this: you can do that? You can do that. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. You can do that? Like, that right now is the sensation, that's the thought that runs through my mind, and that's the thing that is now gone on and replaced the I'm not supposed to be here sentence. And to be honest, I don't know how it's going to change things. I feel like I'm coming from a different place. I feel that for this part in my journey, it's the more empowering place to be. It's going to guide the way that I show up for each of you. It's going to guide, I already have some things in the works around different programs that I'm launching and different ways that I'm sharing different things. You're seeing that this is the first live video that I've made specifically within the Pioneer Oasis, as opposed to just generally out to the world, because I can do that. It feels good, and I want to really play with this. So this to me is my inspiration question. You can do that? And to be able to look at that and find areas where I can inspire myself, I can surprise myself, I can be surprised by you, and I can help surprise each of you. And from that perspective there, that's the question that's on my mind. When I have different choices as I exercise my freedom, my North Star is now pointing in a way that triggers that particular question. You can do that? Okay, great. Like, why not start a podcast? Why not have multiple means of coaching people? Why not make a retreat in Bali? And why not triple your income within 2 years of leaving your professional job? You can do that? Yeah, you can. So that's the game that I want to be playing. That's not the game I want to be playing. That's the game that I am playing. It's a game I have been playing, and now I can call the game what it is. That's the place that I'm going to be coming from. You're going to notice some things in here, starting with just showing up for you pioneers and just for you pioneers within this group here. You can always find these videos out on YouTube and such as well. But I want to show up first and foremost for you, because this is who I'm talking to. You as a pioneer are out there on your frontier, and you're creating something, and you've been an outsider. You might be an outsider right now. And as a young leader, these sentences come up. We have these thoughts in our minds. So how we bring them out to life and how we let them shape our world is important. So I just wanted to give us a little bit of time to think about that, to get some perspective on that, and to really give ourselves one last thing. We've asked ourselves, what's the recurrent thought that's on our mind right now that's been coming? For me, it was, I'm not supposed to be here. And now there's a new thought. The new thought that is in here is, you can do that. And it came because someone in my life, someone who inspires me, went forth and created a podcast where he was coaching people. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on, huh? You can do that? And with that, one email announcing that, followed by 4 conversations on the same day that just shifted my entire perspective, I'm now playing a very different game. So what would be a more empowering thought in your mind? What would be a more empowering question or statement that can help you and guide what drives you going forward, guide the lens that you look through things? Go ahead, leave a message in the comment, let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll go ahead and we'll continue to build on this. I want to engage in conversation with you. So let's do this. I'll talk to you soon. Keep playing. Bye.